Well, hello and greetings from Oily Dog Racing. This is Jim. I'm going to do a little video here today about some scenery vehicles that I have on the layout that are functional. But first I want to thank all my subscribers. I've been meaning to do this. I've got 367 subscribers. Now, I'm sure that's a drop in the bucket for a lot of YouTubers. But it means a lot to me. I appreciate that that you folks find interest in this stuff, and hope you keep coming back. The videos are going to be a little sporadic for a while because the weather has turned nice here in Illinois, and I've got a lot of stuff to do outside. Racing season has started, real racing, I had to put a rock garden in for the wife. Tomorrow I'll be staining a deck, weather permitting, and put some patio furniture together today, and there's no rest for the wicked. So when the weather turns to crap, which probably be around the end of October, we can start again in full force. In the meantime, I'll make a couple little ones here and there. Hopefully you'll find entertaining. Okay, I thank you again. On my layout, I've got a lot of, on my Suzuka layout, I've got a lot of nice scenery accents, buildings and spectators and mechanics and pits and, trees and shrubberies. I also have, fire and rescue vehicles. These here were made by Pink Car, little medical car, and a nice little, in German, a nice little fire, that's fire marshal, fire department. Mein Deutsch is nicht gut. It's been about 40 years since I spoke it, so forgive me. Entschuldigung mir bitte, which I believe says, please excuse me, but again, it's a little rusty. So these are the real early Pink cars with the little, little wheeze motors, as I call them, the little HO scale, box motors. But you I don't run magnets. Okay, on this I cheated because these cars are handled horribly. There's a little tiny magnet right there, and right there, and I put some urethanes on there too and trued them up because the original tires had just dry rotted. So these are out on the layout. And I thought, hey, what I really need is I need a fire engine too, kind of a fire and rescue type vehicle. So I took a let me back these up. Back in the day when these trucks came out, we bought a couple of them, and we raced them, and we were not kind to them. The first thing that come off were the side view mirrors. Those snapped off within the first 20 minutes of racing. But they're neat. And, back then, too, again, we threw magnets on everything. And I don't, I don't race these anymore. I really don't have any interest in them. I had a couple of them. And I thought, hey, what would be neat? What would be a neat body to put on this truck chassis? Well, let me get that out of get this light out of the picture here. Okay. Lindbergh makes a beautiful American LaFrance fire engine. Now, this one the original one was built in 1958. So if you've got a vintage layout, this will look good on there. You can find them cheaper than this. I'm just bringing this up to show you the model kit. It's a nice model. It is not actually 32nd scale because it's only about 22 scale feet long, which it's acceptable. So the great thing about it is that the wheelbase is perfect for one of those old racing trucks. Here's the finished product. Let me show you the undercarriage first. That's a stock fly truck chassis. I discarded the old body. It's seen better days. But that's a stock fly truck chassis. Here's the other one. There's not much, really not much there. I had to trim away the front a little bit, and I also had to make new spots to mount there and there, so I could actually unscrew that chassis from the body and do maintenance on it. I made some mounts for the body out of some stock styrene, regular plastic material. You can get that at Hobby Lobby or online. But yeah, there's the fire truck. I built this a long time ago, so I'm sorry I don't have any how-to videos, but it's not that hard. The driver is a Carrera figure I got out of a Carrera car that I took apart and did something with years ago. And he fit in there really nicely. Just shot at a nice fire engine red. All of the diamond plate stuff here and on the top, that is all, and I'll show you what that is. That is all foil tape, which is readily available. But yeah, it came out nicely, and this sits on the layout too, right at the start finish line, behind my press box or my commentary box. It's a fun vehicle to drive around the track. This is really more of a parade lap vehicle. You don't want to go full bore racing with this because it has a lot of very delicate detail parts. These little handrails here and there and up top, and those lights. Even in careless handling, you're going to break those off. But it's something unique, and it's something fun if you have a permanent layout. If you want to put something out there that you could actually drive around the track. All of my vehicles that are physically on the layout that aren't racing, the cars coming into the track, the cars in the pits, the rescue vehicles, they're all functional. Anybody could pick one up anytime and take it for a ride. But let me show you. This is that metal foil. It's called bare metal. It's a very, very fine foil. It comes in ultra bright chrome, new improved chrome, and there's even what's this? A matte aluminum. So if you do any sort of modeling, the possibilities with this stuff are pretty endless. You need patience and a very sharp X-Acto knife to use this. But you cut your panels out and you press them in. You press them in, and then you can trim them to size, to get a more accurate size right on the model itself. That's why you need a real sharp blade. Good steady hand, good steel hobby rule, kind of one like this. Helps things out, especially if you have old, unsteady hands like I do. But I painted it red and, put the decals on, the American LaFrance, and then there's the number 2. Then afterwards, I clear coated it to seal those decals, as I always do with my models and slot cars, and then put that foil on, and there you have it. And that's a fun project to do if you have an old truck laying around, or if not, if you want to buy one and pull the body off and use that's fine too. I don't know the value of these old trucks anymore. I don't know if they're collectible or not, but I know once you start driving them and snapping all the detail parts off with the collectors don't want them, and I don't blame them. The one that we used, the window was broken and everything, because we were 25 years ago, we were pretty hard with these things. So the only other vehicle I don't have yet, I've got a donor body. I need to make a chassis for it as my my tow truck. It's an old 50s era tow truck that'll fit on there nicely. But that's just something fun to do if you want a project that's really straightforward. If you can build a model, if you can make a couple of blocks out of stock styrene for mounting, you can have one of these. And if you didn't want to worry about all these little detail railings and parts coming off, don't put them on. And then you could drive this thing around, and it will take a little of abuse, but you will, if you're gonna make it look as nice as this one. Be prepared to have it adult driven, or have a big bottle of super glue to start putting stuff back on. So anyway, I wanted to share that with everyone out there. Thanks again, all you subscribers, and hopefully we'll get another video out here not too long. Alrighty, from Oily Dog Racing, this is Jim saying goodbye.